Hi, and welcome to ScrappinCricut. We're going to be making a Yudu screen today, and the first thing you're going to want is your Yudu screen. There are two sides to your screen. There's a smooth side, and then there is a side that has a lip. The lip is the front, and the smooth side is the back. And when you go to apply your emulsion, you want to apply it to the back of your screen. So what we're going to do right now is turn our cold water on, and we're going to douse our screen. You want to get it pretty wet, and then we're going to take our emulsion sheets, and there is a slick side and more of a matte side to your emulsion sheet. You want to apply the matte side down, and you're just going to lay this on your screen, and you're going to notice that you can see some darker and some lighter areas. You need it to all be dark. So if you do not have that, you need to apply water until you get it. So, and you're actually going to flip this over for this part. You can see here where you have some parts that have adhered, and you're just going to, with your fingers, rub this to get rid of all these light spots. And you can actually kind of come here on the back with it too. You need good adhesion all over, and you can add a little bit more water to it. So you just need all of this to adhere down. Got a one little corner left. Once you have that adhesion, we're now going to put this sheet in the dryer. And right here is our Yudu. We're going to place this in here. I usually put it on the second shelf up. We're going to shut our little door, and we're going to hit the fan button. And it usually takes at least 2, possibly 3 fan dryings. Like let it go through 2 cycles. You want it really, really dry before you take it out of here. But this is drying our screen. Now that your timer has gone off, you're going to remove your screen, and you'll see that it is a green color. On the back, it's real shiny. That's because it's got a piece of film over it. And we're just going to lift that film up, peel that off, and that gets thrown away. Now we're going to set our screen back in here for just a minute while we get our letters ready, because it is photosensitive, and if you leave it open, it will start burning. And this is the kind of thing we're going to do. This is Team Verde. It was for my son's school. And what I'm going to do is just set this next to it, because I kind of want this same height. And then I have the word Summer 2011 cut out, the letters for that. So I am going to start laying my letters down. And if you have like any like little areas on the edge of your letters, just kind of fold those back. And make sure that's the right side. I'm just putting my letters out here. Okay, now I'm going to make sure that I have these centered on this. And I'm kind of just double checking with the height, but I want to make sure I kind of have them straight looking, or as straight as I can. Okay, now that we have that, I'm going to remove this from the side. Let's just put that down here. And then I'm going to pull out my screen. Now this is the top of the screen, because remember it has a lip. The back of the screen is smooth. So we're going to lay our letters down, or lay our screen down on here like this. Okay, now that we have that done, we're going to take a platen. This is a platen. It has like a soft, cushy side and then a sticky side here to put our t-shirts, but it's also going to help us burn our screen. We're going to lay that on top of here. We're going to shut this. I'm going to set something heavy, and in this case I'm just going to set a Cricut on top of it, and then we're going to hit the sun, and when we hit the sun, it's going to burn this for 10 minutes. So it's burning right now. We're going to take just a peek so you can kind of see what it's doing. but it's actually really, really, really bright light. So 10 minutes, and we'll see you in a few. Now that your timer has gone off, you're going to remove your heavy object, lift up your lid, remove the platen, and you're going to see here that you've got like a green color and then more of a blue color. And if I pick this up and remove it, you see that? We're going to the sink now. We've got it ready to go. We're going to turn our water on. And we're going to just start rubbing. I'm actually going to turn it over. It might be a little bit easier. But we're going to just use our hands and just gently rub from both sides. And in just a minute, you're going to see how you can start seeing my hand a little bit better. We're going to be washing all this green away. And if you rub from both sides, it comes off a lot faster. Can you see that? And we're just rubbing, and you can kind of see like my bottom hand is moving as well as my top, working together as a team, trying to get this emulsion out of here. And you want to kind of work quickly because you don't want it to start setting in the light, because this is photosensitive. I'm going to turn that over again just so I can get that S because my water doesn't reach there. And we now have summer 2011. The next thing we need to do with this is we need to dry it. So I'm going to kind of like treat it like a drum for a second, knock some of the water off. And then we're going to take this and put this back in our Yudu machine to dry. Okay, so we're going to open our door again, slide this back in here, and then we're going to use the fan and dry it some more. Now that we have taken our screen out of our machine, we're going to tape it off. And you're going to turn it over to the smooth side, and you're just going to take packing tape, and we're just going to lay packing tape here along the edge, making sure to just rub good to adhere it. And we're going to be putting packing tape on all these sides. That's going to keep the ink from bleeding through. Now that we have taped off our screen, we're going to turn it over and insert it into our Yudu machine. And with your platen, I kind of cheated and went ahead. You have a sticky area of your platen. You're going to put your t-shirt over your platen, and then you're going to work your wrinkles out. Let me actually show you how that works. When you put your t-shirt on here, let me take this off just so y'all can see. You're going to slide your t-shirt on, just pretend like we're putting this on here, and then you're going to just get your shoulders where you want your shoulders to be. And then you just kind of lift it a little bit to kind of let it fall the way it's trying to fall or wants to fall. And then you're just going to kind of use your fingers and go straight down. Then you're going to just lift it, just gently, don't stretch your shirt, but you're just going to gently smooth it towards the edges. And once you have done that, you now have your t-shirt on the platen, and we're printing on the back of our t-shirt. So you're now going to insert this on the Yudu, and you're going to pull your screen down. You're now going to take your Yudu ink, and we're using fuchsia. We're also going to be using the Yudu Squeegee Pro, and I really like this because it's nice and flexible and you get great coverage. And with the Yudu ink, we're going to come to the top, and we are just going to douse up here. I put quite a bit of ink because makes it a little bit easier to flood your screen. Okay, hopefully this is enough. Okay, so now, right now I have the screen down. I'm going to lift the screen up, and with my squeegee, I'm going to draw the ink ever so gently across my letters. If I have missed an area, I'm just going to come back and fill this in. Well, fill this in just very carefully and kind of just barely flood that again. I want all these letters to have ink over them like this. I am then going to push my platen down and holding my fingers, can you see this? Kind of come around the table a little bit because I want you to see where my fingers are. I have my fingers splayed, so I have pressure in all areas. I'm going to scrape and lift. So my ink is actually on my squeegee, and if I lift, you can see I actually missed one little area right here. All I have to do is lay that down, and the reason I missed that is my squeegee didn't cover it. There we go. Summer 2011. So all this leftover ink is reusable. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to just take and put this with a little plastic spoon back in our bottle, because this is all good ink. Now that we have put our ink back in our bottle, we're going to grab our screen and we're going to lift it up. And the first thing we want to do is go wash this. The screen is reusable over and over and over again as long as it's clean. So we're going to come to the sink and we're going to turn on our water and we're just going to start rubbing it, because you're wanting to get all this ink off before it dries. And you can sometimes use your sprayer too. The most important part is the letters and the numbers. Okay, and I'm going to go ahead, since I'm not using the screen for a while, I'm going to go ahead and remove the tape because there's pink paint underneath my tape. So I'm just going to peel this off and finish washing the screen. Get all this pink off of here. And if you're wanting to use this for another color, you can put this back in your Yudu machine to dry, but it's not required. It's no longer photosensitive, but it is reusable over and over again. Now that we have cleaned our screen and our squeegee and our spoon, we're now going to remove our shirt from our platen. And one thing I always have handy is a hanger. So we're going to just kind of hold this and just, you've got to work this loose of the adhesive. And it's kind of tough adhesive sometimes. But this has to dry. And I have found the easiest way to let it dry is just to hang it up. So now that I've worked this loose, we're going to put a hanger through it. And it can hang up to dry. Once it is completely dry, you're going to put a piece of computer paper over this, and you're going to iron it between 3 and 5 minutes for each area. So it's going to take you probably 10 minutes or more to iron to get it completely ironed, and that is what makes it permanent. If you do not iron this, this will wash out and will come out, which is also a good thing, because if you've messed up on your shirt, you can throw it in the washing machine with cold water and it will come out.